Good evening and welcome to the news. I'm Dinesh Rentle. Here are today's headlines. 11,933 confirmed cases of COVID-19 reported in the country so far, says the Health Ministry. Mortal remains of Meghalaya's first COVID-19 patient laid to rest in Shillong. 204 out of 216 tests conducted for COVID-19 in Meghalaya have come out negative. And the government takes strong exception over the opposition of the residents of Jhalupara to cremate the senior doctor. The news in detail. A total of 11,933 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country so far. Out of these, 1,343 patients have recovered and have been discharged from the hospitals, while 392 patients have died. Briefing the media in New Delhi, a health ministry official said that the districts of the country have been classified into three categories: hotspot districts, non-hotspot districts and green zone districts. He said hotspot districts will be those where either a large number of cases are being reported or where the rate of growth of COVID-19 cases is high. Non-hotspot districts will be those where cases are being reported, and green zone districts will be those where there are no COVID-19 cases. The official also informed that so far 170 hotspot districts and 207 non-hotspot districts have been identified. After being denied in two places, the mortal remains of Meghalaya's first COVID-19 victim was laid to rest at Riyad Samthia Presbyterian Church Cemetery, Laumali, early on Thursday morning. The preparation for the burial was on at the Riyad Samthia Presbyterian Church Cemetery since yesterday night. The burial was done in the presence of very few officials from the health department, away from the eye of the public, and strict measures of sanitizing the graveyard was taken by the state government. Earlier, residents of Jhalupara, Maoba and Shillong cantonment area residents and Dorbar Shnong of Nongpo proper denied permission for the funeral. The initial plan was to cremate the body at the electric crematorium at Jhalupara. A large number of residents came out in Jhalupara and Maoba on Wednesday evening, following reports that the remains of the COVID-19 patient were being taken to the electric crematorium there for the last rites. Meanwhile, in yesterday's Khasi Bulletin, it was stated that the body of the late doctor will be taken to the electric crematorium in Jhalupara and then would be cremated at Nongpo. But that did not happen due to the prevailing situation in the city. The error is regretted. Altogether, 204 out of 216 tests for COVID-19 in the state have been tested negative so far. Out of 216 tests, 6 were tested positive and 6 were sent for reconfirmation. These tests were conducted following the detection of the first COVID-19 positive patient in Meghalaya. These tests were conducted in Nigrims, Gauhati Medical College and Hospital and Barpeta Medical College and Hospital in Assam. Most of the samples which were taken for tests are from the immediate family members, staff and patients of Bethany Hospital. It may be mentioned that the state government is also tracing all primary and secondary contacts of the doctor who passed away yesterday. Health and Family Welfare Minister Alexander Lalu Hek today took strong exception over the opposition of the residents of Jhalupara to cremate the senior doctor in the electric crematorium. Talking to DD News, he said that the government will not tolerate such inhumane behavior. The Health and Family Welfare Minister also added that the government will apply the Epidemic Disease Act 1897 and anyone who tries to create problems would be booked under this act. Hek also said that the whole government machinery had worked very hard to ensure that the burial of the senior doctor takes place after there was opposition to the earlier arrangement made by the government, adding that they managed to arrive at a decision to bury the body at the cemetery at Laumali at around 12:30 a.m. yesterday night.
The church from the Riyad Samthia Presbyterian Church They have agreed that the burial will be taking place in their cemetery there at Lamoli. So this is all the efforts of the government which has been taken right from the top to the bottom. Everybody has immensely put their efforts to ensure that body either it is cremated or it is either buried. We, our government, need to apply the Epidemic Act. And nobody we should allow to interfere with the affair of the government. Any decision we are taking for the betterment of the people, the citizens of our state. And we will not allow this kind of inhuman happening in future in our state.
West Khasi Hills district has sounded an alert after the doctor of Bethany Hospital passed away and 6 others have tested positive. Dr. Mrs. J. Kharkongor, Medical Superintendent of Nongstoin Civil Hospital, said that the health department has taken all measures to prevent the spread of the pandemic COVID-19. Stating one corona care center was set up near Civil Hospital with 30 beds, she added that medical equipment like post-exposure prophylaxis, bipad, smear, oxygen and others were available in the hospital. On the other hand, the Superintendent of Police West Khasi Hills District, B.J. Lalu, said that the police have prohibited the movement of all vehicles and they are also using infrared thermometers to measure the temperature of anyone who is supposed to enter the district.
Idang ke wega CP checkpost idang hanong tram idang hamlang kona lapi te higri jaka na deploy di teams ini idang nam di medical team di sanitize di kali baru untuk plus in adam di handheld digital infrared thermometers di kithau ya ka temperature jo no. So if he has high temperature he might be carrying some kind of a flu. So ini kita preventive measures kita ni doctor sangkuru. So if we detect kita kena aktif ini.
While East Khasi Hills District Administration relaxed curfew today, there was no relaxation of curfew in West Jaintia Hills. In the district, strict lockdown is being promulgated as roads are empty and all interior roads of different localities have been blocked, even as the strict vigil is being kept in these localities. Strict lockdown is being promulgated in most parts of the state, including West Jaintia Hills, after one doctor from Shillong City died after being tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, identified grocery shops were allowed to open in East Khasi Hills district, where a large number of people came out to buy groceries. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, while reacting to allegations of food arrangement for the people staying in corona care centres, said that arrangements have been made to ensure that food and other facilities are provided to those people who are in the isolation wards and in corona care centres. He said that he has received some complaints that food was not reaching on time, but the fact is that food has been reaching the corona care centres. He said that they had some challenges because the volunteers who were trained to distribute this in a proper and protocoled manner within the corona care centres were not able to reach these centres because of certain restrictions in certain localities and maybe some family restrictions. He also urged the people's cooperation and support while the government is trying its best to deal with the situation.
I'd like to inform you that from the government of Meghalaya's side, we have made a lot of arrangements in all these locations. There are a number of corona care centres. We have more than almost 600 isolation units that are ready, and all of them will be used for this purpose. I would also like to inform that arrangements have also been made to ensure that food and other facilities are provided to these people who are in the isolation wards. I would like to urge the society in general and our headmans and Rangbashnongs and elders that if they could be supportive at this time and allow these volunteers and other health officials and government officials to kindly come to duty so that our services are not affected.
Here's a look at the headlines once again. 11,933 confirmed cases of COVID-19 reported in the country so far, says Health Ministry. Mortal remains of Meghalaya's first COVID-19 patient laid to rest in Shillong. "204 out of 216 tests conducted for COVID-19 in Meghalaya are negative." And the government takes a strong exception over the opposition of the residents of Jhalupara to cremate the senior doctor. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Have a great evening.